Greetings everyone and welcome back to Rimworld and of course to Marble Hearth. Now unfortunately I was indisposed yesterday as I was having a crown fitted for a particularly badly chipped tooth. As you do, I chipped it whilst eating something hard. When Aavak says chomp, I don't say that as chomp, I mean chomp. So when I warn particularly mischievous friends not to ruin my yawns, that is not an idle threat, for when I am surprised, alarmed and or hungry, my mouth will close with the force of a snapping turtle with various inconvenient consequences for both me and whoever thought that they would stick their finger in my mouth while I was yawning. Seriously, ruining someone's yawn should be illegal anyway, so just don't do it, because it's all fun and games up until you're removing a mangled stump and my mouth is now filled with your blood and or strips of flesh. No one's having any fun at that point. Anyway, I digress. The dentist had to get a little bit enthusiastic whilst removing the temporary crown that was fitted whilst the real crown was being made, and got a little bit handsy and was wrenching my jaw. And once the anesthetic wore off, what I was expecting to do was to get back to recording. What actually happened is I became increasingly cognizant of the fact that my jaw was swelling and was still in extreme amounts of pain, so I needed an extended maintenance and recharge cycle, let's say. But we're here now, long story out of the way. Welcome back everyone. I do apologize for not getting the video out yesterday, but as mentioned, I was otherwise indisposed. Now, off camera, immediately after the last episode, actually, I managed to get a couple of things done. So I'll just quickly start things off by updating those. First and foremost, I have correctly spelled Little Eclipse's name. Do apologize about that one. But secondly, I took the time to properly set up some assignments. Currently, I have only sorted out worker and soldier. We will continue to expand these out as we go. In particular, I've got a mind to set up a specific assignment for haulers, so traders, to have very large backpacks, bulky things which will slow down their daily work but will allow them to carry very large quantities of stuff, which would be helpful for traders, and a few other niche kind of roles which aren't going to be as common. We'll cover those when we get to them. But the main takeaways here is light armor is now allowed for workers. Also, I have switched to allow people to wear jumpsuits once we've got a couple, as I feel that jumpsuits are really just amazing. Also, they give a bit of a bulk capacity as well, so a little bit of extra hauling. But in the meantime, they will wear the usual button-down shirt and pants. Soldiers are allowed to use heavy armor, obviously, because they're going to be soldiering. And I will micro the utility assignment, so things like shock lances and that sort of stuff. I will, I've also set up apparel bills to reflect the new assignment. So for example, jumpsuits are now being made and a few other things have been tweaked around and properly balanced out. For example, we're looking to 65 to 100% there, and the assignments will allow people to wear things down to about 61%, I believe. Yeah, so they'll stop around that time, because below 60%, clothing will lose just a flat, enormous percentage of their value. I think it's like something like ridiculous, like 50% is instantly dropped off the value the moment it's below 60% quality. And below, I think it's 40 or 50%, when it becomes like tattered or ratty, almost all of the value is gone from a piece of clothing. So really, we want to stop using them just shy of that first big dump in their value, so we can continue to trade them away. Now then, let's go ahead and pause. We've got a lot of jobs to do today. One thing I would really like to get done is I would very much like to add in a Militor. I would like to see what actual combat mechs require. Now, I'm assuming that we're going to need to make them some sort of ammunition for their weapon. That is going to be something that we get to. We also want to make good on these, the original plan to set up some sort of central defensive bunker in the middle here. So we're not only having to defend from the outskirts, but also have a defensive location in the middle should someone get past those defenses or come from a direction where we haven't set them up yet, which is more the case right now. Would like to research better armor and mortars and gun turrets. That would be very high on the priority, especially mortars. I'm getting a little bit worried that we don't don't really have any, you know, heavy-duty, long-range defenses at the moment. I'd also like to expand the prison to include a small outdoors recreation area and maybe even a few other odds and sods in there just to try and keep our prisoners a little bit happier. Further to that, we're going to want to continue to convert and recruit our prisoners as necessary. And finally, on the to-do list for today is to get the storage area expanded. I would like to make a dedicated place for our weapons and ammo, if possible. Actually, additional to that, one extra little thing. I think I would like to move out the things like steel and wood from being stored in there. We can easily just store those outside without any particular issue. So, you know what, that's going to be a really easy one. So why don't we get to work doing that today? I'm not sure if this would interrupt a windmill, but it shouldn't be a big issue even if it does. But let's go ahead and try and do something like this right now. And if those cause me any problems, then I can always move them a little bit further down, and that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Ambrosia sprouts, is it close by? Actually, it is very close by. Okay, well, that's really, really nice then. So what we're going to do over here then is to cut down on our micromanaging. I'm just going to pop that in there, and I'm going to say don't sow anything, but you're allowed to cut plants, and they should gather the ambrosia as and when it's ready. Right, let's have a look at our food situation. Not actually that good. I think it may be time for us to take on a little bit of a bigger hunt. What options do we have? Rabbits? I mean, yeah, sure, that's not going to feed many people, though. I think it has to be the mega sloth. So I'm going to get everyone together over here. Actually, Eelstar, I think Eelstar's skill is actually really, really decent with guns. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, you've got a shooting skill of 7. So given that, Eelstar, I think it's time for you to move on to the Winchester. Let's get you an actual rifle on the go. Also, we've got Lumpy over here, and because I really wasn't expecting to actually end up with them in the colony, I didn't even twig that once they decided to state that they needed to tell us their real name. That is a requirement for being in this colony. So let's find out what Lumpy's true name actually is. Everyone, please say a warm welcome to Vanya Lossman, who has finally joined us here at Marble Hearth proper. Right, you don't need to be sleeping in there. Please go and sleep in the actual bedroom. Thank you very much. To get you in there, you'll get a better sleep there too. Though you've disturbed everyone. Perhaps I shouldn't have done that then. My bad. Oh well. Hunter lacks suitable weapon. Hopefully you go and equip yourself properly, and one of the bots can come and collect the mossberg. Why didn't you just equip yourself over here, you dummy? Do we not have a... We definitely do have a Winchester, so you should equip that shortly. Let's speed things up a little bit though and see how this goes. Will you go and equip that properly? Yeah, there we go. Marvelous. All right, you are now fully equipped. You should have a good spread of gear. Yes, there we go. That's actually brilliant. Okay, Vanya Lossman, the jailbird. Wow, have you got a bit of a story there? Let's have a look at you properly. You're a jailbird. Spent most of her life in prisons where she was put to work in the kitchen. She had a habit of getting into fights and developed an aggressive way of speaking. Okay, on the topic of the way people speak. Okay, so Hawk, you may be joining us in a bit more of an important role than I originally planned. Looking at you've got an annoying voice, and realistically, would anyone in this colony trust you to be an oath druid at this point? You've already become an apostate. You were already of the faith and decided to change your mind. You are not suitable for this role. Although you've got a double passion for social, no, I think it's going to be Hawk who's going to be taking on this role instead. If we have a look at Hawk over here, you're super immune, psychically dull. I mean, that's not a bad thing. You won't be as subject to negative moods inflicted by ancient engines of malice. You've got a lower social skill, but you are still interested. You have still got a passion for social, so I think Hawk may actually be the person that we take on there. All right, I am thinking, though, that we do need to get some folks together. Let's not grab all of the unhappiest people, though. Where on earth are you, and what on earth are you doing presently? What? Where is this going? Are you hauling stuff right now? Is that your plan? Readery, no. Readery, bad. Draft. Everyone get together over here, please. Behind the wall, if you could. That would be amazing, because we are about to take out the Megasloth. I know it's terrible, but 'tis a thing that we need to do. Can I have attacks on the Megasloth, please? Eelstar is the only one presently with the range to really make this happen. Right, there we go. Perfect work there. And I want you to hunt. Eelstar can take them out. Finish off the Megasloth. Actually, you know what? Go and prioritize hunting. There we go. And you two can get back to your jobs. There we are. Perfect. All right. Eelstar is already getting some food in just in time, because we just ran out of food proper, which is obviously not okay. Periapsis getting a little bit more work over there, getting all of those things taken care of. Is this being affected in any way? I don't believe so. I think the wind is just low. All right. Well, that works for me. We're going to clear this. I would like raw resources, but particularly I would like, well, actually more or less everything in here but plant matter, realistically, and stone blocks. But everything else there, well, maybe not the super explodey things. Let's keep those indoors. I think that would probably be wise. They will be preferred items, and then I'm going to select all of these. Ideally, okay, fine, we're not going to do that. I will do it this way then. Womp, womp. Womp, womp, and we'll get the last one in a little bit. But that should allow us to get all of these materials brought in. Now, these should be set up as preferred, aren't they? Yes. So I'm going to say these are important then. Let's get those hauled down as a very high priority. Clear up our storage area, and that saves us from having to expand the storage area out as one of the first things we do. We can instead just get things moved around a little bit, and that'll be much better for us. There we are, making better use of the space that we actually have. Every male colonist feels a wave of anxiety and anger. Some distant engine of hatred is stirring. Well, that's never a great thing. The Megasloth did want revenge, just didn't really get very far with it, which is fine by me. All right, Oath Druid role is very much wanted. We are at low medicine, which is a problem, if I'm honest. Do we have many, or any for that matter, opportunities to get some heal root? There really isn't actually any opportunity to get heal root. That kind of sucks a little bit, if I'm honest with you. Right, well, one of the other jobs that we really... okay, Teacher's gone berserk. Will attack anyone he sees. Recreation stuff, we need to get that sorted, frankly. Periapsis is being attacked. Encrypt, please come over here and beat them up. I'm not going to send in Soundsphere. Soundsphere would take off their arms. You keep moving, Periapsis. Encrypt and Bubbles will take care of this one. It is fine. There we go. Hawk is just watching, as you do. A little bit amusing, I imagine, from their perspective. One of the things that I would like to do is, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I'm going to give our prisoners individual cells as a priority. I know they're going to get them faster than our colonists will, which probably doesn't stand so great for the colonists, but I think it's going to be an important one. Right, Dark Visions, Little Eclipse has become overwhelmed with horrible visions. Oh, that's great, isn't it? Thank you very much, Plumbers Mac, and they're cleaning up the blood as it's being produced. Well done, you. When will you go down, Teat? My God, is Encrypt okay? The chemical analyzer has been cracked. I greatly disapprove, frankly. Could you also get in on this fight? There we go. Why don't we just let them come out a little? There we go. Bubbles is getting in there now. You can go about and do other things. Okay. Hawk got a little bit too close. That's fine. Get in there. Go for them. There we go. Encrypt is also getting involved now. Right. All three of you can get in. My God. And it's the Rumba that took you down. Well done, Plumber Smack. We knew we could count on you. And thank you very much for cleaning up as well. Let's have a look. Did you lose any bits? Because that's a lot of blood. You're actually in a bad way. I'm not going to lie. Periapsis, could you take care of them? Could you take them to bed and then treat them? I know they brought this on themselves, but please try and tend to them for us. Please and thank you. Right, so I'm going to... As much as I was initially thinking of having this opened out, I think this would make a good little outdoors area for our prisoners. It would get them out of the prison a little bit and allow them to do things like have a horseshoe pin, for example. I could perhaps pop a little something over here. That would be nice. Yeah, I think this will work out quite well. I would like very much then to build out this room as an extension of our prison, which means this door is going to go away, and I'm just going to bring that wall down a little bit more. Actually, should the prison have marble walls? I don't really see a reason not to. Sure, it's called Marble Hearth. It can still be Marble Hearth for the prisoners as well. Hooray! Hawk has chosen to join us. Periapsis asked Hawk to join. Hawk has accepted. Let's have a look. What was the deciding argument? Periapsis told an old story about bitter foods, and how that's all that Hawk is ever going to be able to eat, or perhaps that was a temptation. Perhaps Hawk is particularly fond of bitter foods, but what we're fond of is knowing what Hawk's real name is. So let's find that out before we get down to anything else. Everyone, please say hello to Rizel, Hawk Rizel Shalot. Shilot, I'm not actually sure how that would go. Child spy. Children are presumed innocent, which makes them excellent spies. Rizel was trained in the art of infiltration when she was just a small child. Her years undercover gave her experience with social manipulation and lying, but she never had a normal education. Then went on to be a medieval farm oath, tilling, hoeing, guarding ox carts, pushing wheelbarrows, digging ditches, planting seeds, and predicting the harvest. Medieval level farmers aren't educated in the usual sense, but they know a lot about growing plants without technology. That said, such a life can leave one incapable of participating in technology-driven activities. That's fine. They can't do any kind of research or dark study, but we don't mind too much. They do have an ability, and that is Animal War Call with a powerful bellow and psychic connection. They can call an animal to fight your enemies for a few hours. Casting time is 2 seconds. Cooldown effect is 15 days. Okay, well, that's very, very good to know. But Rizel, we need to set up your work orders. Okay, there we go. Rizel has been set up and has taken on the primary job now of managing our prisoners, away from Periapsis, who had no love of that task, but it was equally skilled. They both had 6 in social, but I imagine Rizel is going to climb those ranks much, much faster. And this is allowed Periapsis to be refocused. Periapsis is now going to primarily focus on smithing. That's the first primary job they have, and that's because of all of the mech related things, such as the mech gestator, repairing mechs, so on and so forth. But it'll also cover things like making weapons and such. But then we'll focus on research specifically. And for now, actually, I'm going to drop Dark Study down a little bit. I want them to focus on regular research. We really need to make progress, and it is something that is honestly terrible. Periapsis is the only person in this colony who not only is capable of, who has a passion for research, but is even remotely capable. Everyone else is absolutely dire. Hopefully they will get a little bit better with time, and as we get more hands, this will continue to improve. Now, as for Rizel, we want you set up as a worker, please and thank you, and I'm going to keep you on just the nutrient paste for the time being. Now, Rizel, let's have a quick look at your bio. You are really bad with shooting, like actually shockingly bad, but you're really good with animals, I believe. So if we have a look at your hunting desire, yeah, you actually have a decent chance with animals. The hunting skill improves how close they can get to animals and how likely the animals are to aggress and that sort of thing. So actually having someone with animal skill being a hunter is not a bad move, all things said. We're going to want you to have a shotgun though, so we'll get that set up, and there you are. You're already reasonably well equipped. Little Clips, not having the best at times, I'm not going to lie. Actually having pretty bad time, all things said and done, so we'll hopefully be able to get that improved a little bit. Now, I've got our peeps heading out here. Dewdrop is already getting on making some more marble as we want to expand out the prison. As I've mentioned, that is going to be a high priority. But down hither, I've got Bubbles building out a wall. Right, conversion. There we are. Rizel tried to convert Teat to her own idealism. Teat was convinced and changed idealism. Fantastic work there, Rizel. But now that we actually have someone who would be good in the role. I think it is now also going to be very important for us to get a man's setup. Perhaps is finally doing some research. Oh, happiest of days. The tribal screen. You've learned of an ancient terminal that contains information about the Endlands. However, the terminal is surrounded by a tribal village, and the locals venerate it. They aren't part of any major faction. They are willing to let you visit on the pretense of worshipping it, but they will attack when you touch it. You can attack the village from the outside or enter peacefully and try to quickly escape with the data from the terminal. But where if you spend over 10 hours in the village or build anything near it, the locals will attack and call reinforcements. Alright, well, we're going to have to worry about that one then. That is definitely on the cards as something we're going to need to sort out. Down here, though, we are starting to block off this area. We need a little bit more wood to finish the job, though. Let's go ahead and chop down some mature trees. We actually do need quite a lot of wood because that runs our generator, obviously. We are almost done gestating a Militor, and progress on research has been going very, very nicely. In fact, the gestation is complete. Periapsis has reached 12 in intellectual and 9 in crafting in a very, very small space of time. Very well done there. And we finally have the external area for our prison. So I'm going to need to set up a couple of little things. We're going to want to remove the roof. I want our prisoners to be outside, and also going to change up this room quite drastically, actually. So let me go ahead and get all of that sorted. Going to want to move this wall lamp. That will be moved elsewhere. We are going to move the beds down here and put in a couple of little walls, and I'm probably going to replace... Actually, we don't want to remove that, thinking about it. I do want that one to stay where it is. And that is because... No, we want to keep this one gone. Let me cancel that build. I want to extend this, actually, so I can fit the beds in there. Now, it's not the nicest room they're going to get, but this is a prison. It's not meant to be the nicest room that they've stayed in. It's meant to be a prison. They're there because they were scallywags. And we've got a psychic ship? Really? Over here? Well, actually, that's not terrible. But we've got Mechs on the map. It has finally happened. A large piece of ancient ship has crashed nearby. Your colonists can feel it in the back of their mind, exhausting unspeakable acts. It must have an onboard machine persona with psychic projection abilities. And this persona is not friendly. Destroy it as soon as possible, but beware, it will probably defend itself. All right, well, we've got, what, 2 Lancers, we've got a Militor, and we've got 2 Pikemen. Well, the fact that we have a Militor of our own ready to be gestated is probably going to help us a lot. Rather, about ready to be released is going to help us a lot, I should imagine. But everyone is, it's coming up to nighttime, so I think a lot of people are getting ready for a snooze. And unfortunately, poor Rysel is I'm sorry, Rysel, you're going to have to sleep in the corridor for now. We'll get this set up. We actually already need to expand our bedroom. I want to just build the bloody thing. It's always the way, isn't it? Everyone, please say hello to Big Al the Militor. All right, Big Al, you're actually going to be in the first member of Group 2. Now, the way we're going to set up Big Al here is, well, first and foremost, I need to see what kind of ammo you use. What do you use? 410 bore. Okay. Let's go ahead and see. Am I already making some of that? I might not be. No, we are not. So I'm going to need to start making this ammo. Can I change this up? Okay. Low caliber shotgun shell. It's small diameter, allows it to be fired from many of the same firearms as the .45 Colt cartridge. All right, well, can I give you different types? Set mag count? I can only assume I can. Take ammo now. Can I set... Oh, okay, there we go. I can actually set you up. All right, well, I'm going to say, sure, we want to keep a couple of magazines of slugs. We want to keep a couple... Well, actually, we're going to want a fair few. We'll have buckshot, slug, and... well, I may as well go all in on this and have you equipped fully. You are only here for fighting, so sure, equip a little bit of everything. But I'm going to need to set up your ammo now on the bench down here. But I should be able to just copy over the 12 gauge shells, the 12 bore. Now, where is that? Should be around here somewhere. Am I just looking past it? There we go. All right. Oh, can I not make bean bags for this? Yeah, no, there is bean bag, slug, but there is no EMP that I can make for this. Oh, that is a little bit of a shame. Oh, unless... Ah, there we are. All right. Well, let me get all of this set up for you. The Wastepack infestation has happened. A group of burrowed insect stasis cocoons have picked up the scent of recently dissolved toxic waste packs. Okay, I hadn't finished this area yet, which is a bit of a shame, as this is now a massive priority. I'm going to need you... well, actually, I'm going to have to suspend all of these jobs now until such a time as we can get the door built. So all of those jobs need to now be suspended. Right, where are you going? Hopefully you can work on this, as this is now no longer insect safe. It's very, very much the opposite of insect safe, actually. So we want to clear allowed area from insect safe, pretty much everything from this side onwards, which does suck because Little Clips was just over there. Well, all right. Well, I'm going to need to add a little bit of an area through here to allow our miners to get over there and mine. But this whole area now needs to be off the area for us to work in. And in fact, until this is done, I'm going to cancel that job and cancel all of the work here completely. We need this opened up for us before we can go back there. That is a shame. That came a little bit sooner than I was expecting, to be certain. But all right, it is a thing that is done. We'll have to do the remainder of this work in the night now, when the insects are asleep. Come on then, Little Clips. Let's get out of there nice and fast. All right. That's not too terrible. Actually, on that note, yeah, as long as we don't go there, I suppose it's fine. But I don't want to have someone accidentally walk through there, and then all of a sudden, they're being eaten by everything. We do have some insects around the place. Also, Big Al is currently in dormant self-charge. There is no reason for me to have my combat mechs up and about moving around. There's absolutely zero reason for that. So what I've done is I've created a small zone over here called Mech Idle, and my second group, my combat group of mechs, are now told to pretty much that is the only place they're allowed to be, because when they're drafted they can go anywhere that I give them the order to. And I've also put them in the recharge mode, so our combat mechs are just going to sleep. Sleep until needed. They will rest until the time is right. For the rest of this room, though, it is time for me to start uninstalling and moving things around. We need to get this room sorted. I am already gestating a new Militor. That is the last of the initial subcores that we started with. Periapsis is now forced to wear the Airwire headset so that they can control more mechs at a time, and for the time being this area is now ultra deadly to any potential merchants who get through there. So hopefully we can finish this door really soon, because we're desperately going to need it done. Bubbles is about done with that though, so things should be okay. My lord, it takes a long time to get those sorts of things done. Right, okay, so that's now done, so we can at this point re-allow the constructions down here and hopefully get this whole area finished off. There we go. Well done there, Bubbles. Well done indeed. Now, if we can just get that area mined out, then it's going to be even better for us. But we do need to get out here before too long, honestly. Do we have any grenades? Can I make grenades? I may actually be able to do that. I can, in fact, make grenades. Maybe worth us doing then. Sure, let's set up a grenade manufacturing. Do until... I'm always going to want a couple of grenades available to us. Let's say 50 grenades. I'm not sure how much they stack to. Unpause when it's below 30. That should be good, I would imagine. I'm not sure if these... Well, actually, they might have a quality, so I'm going to give our usual... the level 5 and up. Can work on that one. As with our weapons, we don't want people who are unskilled making these sorts of things. On that note, I don't believe that's ever a concern for ammo, but I could completely be wrong about that. Let's hope I'm not, though. Okay, a lot of things are happening almost all at the same time, and this is actually kind of terrifying. Reasory has just gone into a food binge. Now, The problem with this isn't immediately apparent. Right now, the only food we've got is raw food. However, that's not really the only food we've got. Sadly, we also have insect jelly. Now, the amount of times that I have underestimated the severity of a food binge when it's the cook getting the food binge, quite a few colonies have gone through suddenly bad situations as a consequence of this, that it's basically seared into my brain. This is one of the worst times to have insect hives on your map. Either that, or you need to keep a well-stocked freezer at all times to the foods that are more interesting. However, we've also got a couple of our colonists down here in our hunting group at a little worse for wear. We are trying to take out this mega sloth. In fact, they're pretty much ready to go. You know what? Sure, you go ahead, and I need to... we were out here grabbing some meat so I could get someone else to make some nicer meals, hopefully, but I don't think that's actually going to happen now. Instead, you grab this. I think there is a better than zero chance that, tragically, I'm going to have to go and kill some of the insect hives. Either that, or maybe I could steal some of the insect jelly. You know what? Maybe I could. No, it's way too close. Every bit of insect jelly here has an insect right next to it. Down here would be a better one, and that is maybe something I could do. I don't know. We'll have to find out. But things are suddenly going quite badly for me. I wonder, could I potentially have Periapsis come and... Oh, no, Regery did... Oh, will you? Will you act... Oh, no, you probably had some in your inventory. I don't know. We'll have to see. We will have to see. Hopefully we can get this food back here and get something for Regery. I don't want to have to kill the bugs if I don't have to, but if Regery decides that going in the southerly direction is what they're going to do, no, they're not. Of course, the other thing I could do is simply arrest Regery. But with this going on right now, actually letting Regery have catharsis would be the best thing for me. Because it would give us a bit of a buffer against what's going on over here. I just want the grenades ready before we take on the mech hive. No. Oh, actually, you were sitting on a bunch of grenades. You scallywag, you. All right. I am going to change up the assignment for those carrying the M1911. As they're carrying a one-handed weapon, I think it'll be okay for them to also carry grenades. 10 grenades, please, and indeed thank you. Could you go and equip that? No, I don't believe I can make you do that. Hopefully you will do that of your own volition. We will see. I do terribly badly need the food brought back here, and for someone to because Regery is going to burn through all of the stored food. Yeah, okay. Right, who is set up as a potential cook? Little Clips and Vanya. Little Clips is on the edge of being very upset. Vanya, you are on butchering duty. Now, the Mega Sloth is going to produce an enormous amount of food for us, which is very, very useful. You'll butcher all of the animals, hopefully. Come on, we need that right now, because Regery is about to decide that being here is of no value to them. Oh, thank goodness. I think we just saved Regery from themselves. Okay, they're going to burn through all of our food super fast, but I think we managed to get that just in the nick of time. That couldn't have gone better for us. I mean, well, actually, no, it could have gone better. It could have gone a lot worse, is what I meant to say. It could have gone, patently, it could have gone better for us, and that is Regery could have just not had a mental snap. But, you know, it is what it is. For now, I'm just going to let Vanya finish off butchering that hare, and then you are now off forced work. Okay, this should be enough food to keep Regery going for a little while. I'm not entirely confident about it, but we will see. Let's just make sure that everyone is set to not go into insect area right now. Periapsis has made, we're up to 12 grenades. 30 grenades presently. Oh no, actually 12 out of 50. Does it not count those equipped? Oh, I might not have told you to. Count equip, there we go. I definitely want that to be counted. So there we go. That should help out a little bit. Let me have a quick look. How many grenades are... Oh, is this a box of grenades? Is this perhaps a box of grenades? Let's have a look. One-handed, yes. Ammo consumed per shot. Per shot count. Ammo consumed per shot, 0. I am confused. I'm assuming the grenades need to be thrown and that you know, you're not going to get free grenades. This is the mod that doesn't let you have free stuff. You know, as far as I'm aware, that's the whole thing about this mod. So I would be rather surprised if suddenly you did get free stuff, if I'm perfectly honest. But let's continue setting this little area up in here. I'm going to want some leather. Look, being pragmatic though, let's be honest, being pragmatic, it doesn't matter really what the curtains are made out of. Look, the curtains are just going to have we can pretend that they're smiling faces on those curtains, and that our prisoners are going to be very, very happy to see them. We'll just hope. Right, now I would like to move the chairs around. One there. We will have one there as well. This one can be moved over here, and we'll have another chair beside. That would be this one right there. Let's install that. There we go. All right. Once this has been moved over, these will then count as separate rooms. I'm assuming that once they're built, we'll be able to set that up. Yeah, I should be able to tell it that this is in fact a prison commons, and that these are cell doors, so they'll be able to move out of those into this room. I think that should work okay for us. Right, as things stand, we do have some food, but Regery is doing a really good job of just plowing through all of it. I'm not super happy with this, but it is what it is. Hopefully we can get... oh no, Teeth has gone berserk. Well, that is to be expected. All right, okay, well, we're actually going to send in a proper combat mech for this one. We are going to get you... do I have... You don't have beanbags. A shame on that one. All right, drafted, but you're not allowed to fire at will. I want you to go in there, and I want you to beat Teat into submission, please. Plum Smack, also please come and help. You're not exactly the best bot for this job, but at least neither of you are an agribot, because again, whirring blades and size, not exactly what you want to do to put down a prisoner break. We will soon have you able to go elsewhere though, Teat. I promise you. Regery just doesn't care. Fair enough, Regery. Though eventually you're going to lose body parts to this constant fighting. You know, and you're doing this to yourself, really. This is not on me. This is on you. I do feel bad, though. Hopefully we can get that door open shortly, because it's pretty much just waiting for that is the only issue right now. Could we have someone... There we go. Rizal is taking care of them. Thank you. Just pop them into bed. Hopefully Periapsis will come along soon and treat them, though. I'm starting to think that maybe I shouldn't... This is going to be unfortunate, but I need you to stop putting up such a fight. I guess I could immediately start recruiting you, but your resistance is pretty high anyway. You need to stop being so angry all the time, Teat, and I can only assume that having less blood is going to help out with that. Oh my lord. The worst part is it's so easy in my head to justify this behavior. It's like, well, I'm just being pragmatic. Yeah, no, that I'm sure that's never been an excuse in the past. Rizal is throwing a party. Everyone who goes will gain recreation and social energy and lasting positive mood boost. Oh, there couldn't have been a better time. Right, now I have made a second table out here, and you might be wondering why that is the case, and that is so I can make it a prison commons, as prison commons will allow prisoners to enter if this room is adjacent to their prison cell or another prison commons. So these two are now considered prison commons rooms, and that includes this outdoors room. So Teat should now hopefully be content with two sorts of recreation, including just being able to have some solitary recreation in their prison cell. I'm not sure if that's such a small cell now that is going to affect it, but they could just head out into the garden, have a bit of wandering in an outdoor space. They have options. I would like to replace this with windows as well to promote having a little bit more of a stimulating environment for them to be in. We will see how that goes. This is just large enough for them to be able to use that horseshoe pin as well. That will be very, very nice. All right, despite the fact that we've got mechs on the map, things aren't looking too terribly bad. Now, Regery, despite the catharsis, their mood is climbing slowly, but it is climbing. Thankfully, it is going to get back to where it should be. We managed to get through that without having to imprison Regery, and we've got a second Militor on the way, and that is going to be a big help for us, or at least I hope it will. At that point, I think we're going to be ready to go and take on the mechs. I don't want to deal with the psychic drone any longer than necessary. We definitely don't want it to get all the way up to medium. That would be quite bad. The party is finished. Let's have a look at how that has affected people. It has generally affected them well. Little Eclipse is dealing with issues, unfortunately, and that is going to continue being the case, but I am somewhat happy with this. Right, let's have a quick look at how Insect Safe is looking down here. Certainly could be improved. In fact, I'm going to remove more of this area from Insect Safe. I really don't want anyone going down in that direction. And now that I have an alternate path for them over here, I don't want them going up here either. In fact, pretty much don't need to be there at all. Everything else should be fine. So hopefully our mechs, well, I mean, this is no longer insect safe, but I could allow our mechs to go ahead and drop things off. I'm not entirely sure, but I think we probably don't want to. Instead, I would now like to, well, honestly, I would rather put some more stuff up there, but we can't easily do that. So instead, I think we're going to start another dump zone down here for more toxic waste packs. Actually, around here would probably be the better place. So let's go ahead and set that little spot up there. We are going to copy the settings from here, paste them down there, and we should see the toxic waste packs being brought down there from now on. All right, we are just shy of the mech gestator being ready. Oh, there we go. I think, yes, it is. Okay, resistance is going down. That's good. I am so terribly sorry. This pains me more than it pains you, but you have been a constant berserker. We need to slow you down a little bit, otherwise we're never going to be able to convince you to join us, and you're going to be in prison forever. We're doing this for you, not for us. Periapsis, when you wake up, the first thing you need to do is get the new Militor out of the gestation vat. And we are going to be ready to take on the mechs for the very first time. Okay, everyone, please welcome Eli FCR to the Militors, and not a moment too soon. I've also, now that I've got two Militors, I'm not going to have them both carry 4 of every type of ammo. They are instead going to carry a single, 2 each, and that should be good enough. All right, it is now time for us to go because the drone has intensified. The crash ship part is now emanating a more powerful kind of psychic drone. Every male human-like in the area now feels more disturbed, terrified, and paranoid. We can't allow this to continue. This is a terrible, terrible time. High Stellark of the Refugee Empire sent us a message. Apparently, Neanderthals based in a nearby camp have been raiding their caravans. I am not interested in doing this, not even slightly. So it's a 3-star. It's not happening. No. But what is happening is pretty much everyone who can carry a gun is going to be drafted, along with all of the mechs. Let's get out there. I want all of them escorting every single mech. Go. We're not going to have time to set up proper defensive areas here, but there are some things that we can do to make this a little bit more likely for us. For example, we could attack from this location, force them to come to us. Well, that being said, we might actually benefit from having our mechs immediately engaged, because everything here is long range. We could then be behind, lobbing in grenades and such. Or maybe we open up with grenades, then send in the mechs. I think that might be the right way. All right, but we need to go now, as a little eclipse is on the verge of snapping. This will instantly get better, but I think there is a good chance that this goes really south for us really quickly. Right. Actually, I want you to move up here. Go right around. That's the way. Okay. Now then, everyone stand back for the time being. We're also going to be doing this in slow-mo. Militors, I want you a little bit further forward. Let's actually grab everything from Group 1. Drafted. Want our non-combat bots at the back. Everyone from Group 2. Drafted. Want our combat bots at the front. Right, Vanya. I'm going to say that you need to switch over to your grenades. I would like you to equip these if you could. Equip EMP grenades. There we go. I would like everyone with a shotgun. So all of you, I want you to all reload to EMP. Go, go, go. I want the Militors. Let's grab both of you. There we are. I want you to both reload to EMP. Go, go. Let's make sure that happens. There we are. And they are ready and they are on the move. Okay. We are in position. Vanya, I want you to move up. And from this position, I want you to lob a grenade right into the middle there. The second that is gone, I want you to draw back and re-equip. This is the first time I'm actually fighting mechs. Right, you need to now be moving. And let's hope that that lands in the good place. Right, good. Perfect. Eli, you're in position. Where is Big Al? Big Al, move out. I could now have the other mechs rush around and attack from the back. That might not be a bad move. Go, go, go. Move. Move now. Alright, Dewdrop. Go here. Little Clips. Go there. Regery. There. Rizel. There. Go, go, go. I need you to engage specific targets, however. Please go for the Militor right down there. Alright, you guys need to be involved now. Right away. Get in there. I need you to stop them from attacking from afar. You two need to target that one. Please stun them. Big Al has been harmed. That has happened. Ooh, you're running for cover. You did not like being out there. Fair. Completely fair, actually. Let's move some of our peeps up and out. Let's get you over there. I think that would be wise. All right, Vanya, need you to re-equip. I'm sorry for all of the pausing here. Go ahead and equip the M1911. Right, mechs are engaging in melee combat. You go all the way around. Perfect. Get in there. Try and take out a single enemy if you can. A single high danger, high threat enemy. Eelstar. You can probably move down here and start working on things. Vanya, likewise, move down there. Eelstar, sorry, let me move you in very particular course. Likewise with Periapsis. Periapsis is mostly here to control the mechs, if I'm perfectly honest. Their whole thing right now is keeping the mechs, keeping all of our Mechanoids active and in range. I would like the next attack to be honest, could be that answer. I think Sound Sphere should be good enough to keep them shut down. And that's the main thing. There we go. That's perfect. What dropped there? Caseless Sabo, 50mm Caseless Sabo. Okay. Kind of terrifying, if I'm honest. Right. Vanya is in position. Vanya? Ooh, you're actually too far away. Let's move up. In fact, Vanya, you get right back there. Periapsis too. Just run across this area. Get into position if you can. Well done. We are keeping the enemy down. I think that one's down for good. Perfect. Let's get in. Right, refocus your efforts. I want all of the attacks now on this Lancer. Now, the Pikeman is a terrifying threat and one we really don't want to deal with. Could you take out that Lancer, though? Have you not got vision on him? It appears you do not. Okay, well, can you go on this then? There we go, that'll do. Right, that one's down. Perfect. Try and not get in the way of firing wherever possible. Okay, this is going well. This is going well. We are, I think, well equipped for this particular combat. Like you to go around and attack from there. That's perfect. Okay. You go ahead and attack the ship itself. You now attack that. We've got too many mechs here now for this to work, so I want you two down there and to attack. There we go. I just want to keep you locked in combat so you can't easily actually start firing your ranged weapon. That's the main thing for us right now. Perfect work. I want the three of you down here and attacking. You'll start, you can relocate and attack, and everyone up here can just straight up attack. Oh, wait. Ah, I learned this lesson. Do not be stood next to a thing that is likely to explode when it takes damage. And from now on, we're going to have to assume that all devices will explode when they take enough damage. So, Eelstar, you stay right back, and all of our mechs can just clear out. You've done a great enough job. I don't want you near this thing when it decides to explode. That's good enough. Oh, for a second there, I almost forgot what I had been taught. Right, there we go. We should be able to absolutely destroy this. Would a grenade be better here? It might have been, actually. But we don't have grenades, so we're just going to have to do what we can. It's going to cost us a lot of bullets, but we are pulling it down. Hopefully we can do it before someone has a mental break. Let's keep going. Hopefully we're outside of the blast. And it's gone. There we go. Our first mech engagement was a stunning, resounding success. I am extremely happy. And with that, we've actually got a lot of gubbins here for us. All right, let's go ahead. And I would actually like all of this hauled urgently. Let's get all of these things down to the base. Well, I probably should just have you draft and undraft that way. Those of you who aren't super busy... of course. Of course. You know what? I don't mind. Well done. You held on. You held on right until the very end, little clips. I can't fault you that. You know, strange things can happen with relief. You know, you're suddenly no longer in this terrible, dangerous situation. You can laugh, you can cry, you can become incredibly hungry, you can become absolutely not hungry. You know, having dark visions, probably a fairly normal thing, all things said and done. But let's get everyone home. That was a fantastic, and it's already stopped. Well done. It's already stopped. You have outdone yourselves. I'm extremely proud. What is this? Oh my lord, Little Eclipse's demeanor has suddenly changed. A menacing grin splits his face. Little Eclipse has become hostile. Well, I was not expecting this, if I'm perfectly honest. All right, well, they've just unloaded into Regery, shot in the left arm. Periapsis. This is actually quite awful. Immediately try to wrestle them. Regery. Up you get. Try to wrestle them. Silent Psychopath, Dewdrop, need you in here right now. Pull them to the ground. Don't let them get off another shot. You can easily overwhelm them right now. There we go. Silent Psychopath can't get in there. Dewdrop, let's get you outside then. Silent Psychopath can take that spot. We just need to pull them down. Well, that went very sideways very quickly. Okay, well. Okay, Little Clips, you've been causing us some problems by trying to convert our colonists. This, ironically, isn't a bad thing. Thank goodness for Careful Shooter. Careful Shooter probably just saved Regery's life there. I'm not gonna lie. Right, capture Little Eclipse immediately. But everyone else in here, I need Regery to be taken care of right away. Periapsis, you were hurt a little bit. Yeah, you got smacked by the butt of that weapon a bit. Let's have a look at Regery. We are so lucky that Little Clips take so long to use their weapon. Right, I want you to strip Little Eclipse right now, and all of these gubbins should be hauled out of there with a swiftness, which is a problem because I actually don't have much room for hauling things. So I'm going to have to set up a temporary stockpile in here. I hate doing this. I hate having things on the ground. But when needs must. Allow all. No rotten, no food for that matter. Just I'm going to make this a low priority just so that we can haul urgent things. Dewdrop, you are no longer drafted. Where is Periapsis right now? Have you taken care of Ridgery already? You have not. I'd kind of like it if you did. As it happens. I know, odd, but there we are. Okay, Little Eclipse. This is going to be a problem. We are going to convert, however. Let's get you your ideology switched over, and then we are going to bring you on site. Hopefully, we'll see how that goes. That again could have been so much worse for us. Oh, there is so much food down here that I very much want to bring in. Who is currently set as one of our primary hunters? That'll probably be Regery. Dewdrop, Rysel. Eelstar does have it, but it's not a high priority for them. However, I'm actually going to say that now it is. I do want those animals hunted. Vanya is not going to be doing it because Vanya is one of our pistoliers, and I would prefer our pistol users not to be the ones to engage with that. Polar bear hunting Dewdrop. It is all go today, isn't it? There's a bunch of muffalo over there as well. Dewdrop, get back down here right now. Chop, chop, chop. We're going to probably need some backup for you. Eelstar, let's get you over there. Anyone else who can help out? I mean, Big Al wouldn't be able to reach, unfortunately, due to Periapsis not being close enough. Periapsis, need you over here, and I want Group 2 to be on escort duty. Move, move, move. I want you to actually hold this position for now. Right, now, rush inside. Go. And from here... No, it's moved on. Nevertheless, I actually want it removed. This is now a bit of a priority kill for us. Oh, actually, it's going to take on the Muffalo. Might be a good time for us to take out the Muffalo then as well. We've got a lot of options. A lot of good eating around right now. But since... Yeah, the polar bear is actually a priority kill. So I'm going to have our group here move up and deal with it. And I think we'll probably deal with all of the Muffalo while we're here, if I'm perfectly honest. Alright, let's take him out. That was one very good hit. And the rest of the Muffalo did not switch over, which is also very good for us. Right, Muffalo Revenge there, that's fine. We should be able to finish them off. Let's grab all of them. Go for this Muffalo. My goodness, these shotguns are just bonkers. Oh, they're still using EMP. Oh, that is awful. That is all on me. Take out the polar bear, please. With all of the shots. There we are. Okay. All of this is now ours. I would like all of this taken care of. All of you can head back, but let's just make sure that you're reloading to the right items. I would like you to be using buckshot from now on, and you to be using, let's go with, unless I need it, hollow point for that. Unless I need something else, that is. Likewise with all of our other items, except for buckshot for the shotguns. And on that note, I really should make sure everyone else is using the correct ammo as well. It looks like actually mostly people were, as it happens. So that wasn't quite so bad. Not as bad as I was imagining it was going to be. All right, that's fine. You can finish them off. Sure. Dewdrop is no longer fighting. Please prioritize hunting that Muffalo. Periapsis, also no longer fighting. Please, I'm going to hunt the polar bear. You should already be set to do that. Can you not hunt? Ah, right, you're not actually set to hunt. That's fine. You can go for the polar bear then. Prioritize hunting the polar bear, and of course, our Militors can come with. All right, they will go and recharge as well. Okay, plenty of food out here. Let's hopefully get all of that done. Reachery on a food binge again. You know what, Reachery? It's okay. We've just got a lot of food. Oh, God, no, it's not. It's not okay. It is absolutely not okay. We need that food taken care of right now. Periapsis, as soon as you're done there. Oh, no. Okay, quickly finish treating Vanuloswin. Vanuloswin, could you butcher? Because Reachery... Uh-oh. Is Reachery gone for a wander? Oh, no. Oh, we were too late. Wait. Are we going to be super lucky? We are not going to be super lucky. Oh, this is awful. I need you to move with a crazy swiftness once again. We were just too slow. How are you doing in there? Not great. All right. The whole group needs to be rallied once more. Get down here as quickly as you can. Stop whatever else you were doing, because Reachery is about to pick a fight with the insects. Unless we are crazy lucky. Reachery, what are you doing? You almost got through. I'm kind of amazed. Take him out. Go for it. Draw back. Death of Reachery. Oh, no, Reachery. We did so well, but this is exactly the problem that I was talking about. Ah, damn it. Okay, well, everyone draw back. This is going to get a lot worse before it gets any better. Okay. Militors, need you to engage the Mega Spider. Ideally, well done. We were just seconds too late. First death of the colony, and I think it was because their head got chopped off. Yep, the Mega Spider just straight up cut their head off. Well, we now have a reunion opportunity for Reachery. Like I said, things can go bad pretty quite quickly with this, and that wasn't even particularly because of Combat Extended. That is just the way that insects are sometimes. All right, we will miss you, Reachery, quite a lot actually. Eli, I want you to go and ideally melee that down. Eelstar, please finish off the Mega Spider. Everyone else, you're undrafted for now. Alright, we need to create a sarcophagus then. Do we have enough blocks for a sarcophagus? Not a particularly nice one, I don't think, but the first death in the colony. Where are we gonna... We need a proper place for this. Maybe out in the fields, perhaps? Perhaps we could dig somewhere back there? A temporary grave for now, I suppose, wouldn't be a terrible thing to do, with a view to setting up a proper sarcophagus later. Now, of course, if we had the intent to get to resurrect a mech serum, we could, of course, freeze the corpse in a sarcophagus, or build the sarcophagus into a freezer or something like that. Maybe we should. Maybe we could set something up along those lines for now. If we build a sarcophagus in here, I completely forget where sarcophaguses are. There we go. How many blocks? We could build it in our freezer. It's not the best place, certainly, but we can make that happen. And as a consequence, we should be able to get Reachery frozen there and then transferred to a proper sarcophagus at some later stage. Who is our best constructor? That would be Eelstar. Okay, Eelstar, I'm really sorry that you're not getting a seconds piece, but you know, all of this went down quite out of our control there. Things spiraled excessively fast. Yak self-tamed. I think it knows what, that I queued up all of the hunting jobs for it, and it's like, no, please, I can be useful. I'll give you a chance. You deserve at least that much. And it is Encrypt, the mech that has decided to bury Reachery. How fitting. Let's see what a mech will do. No art whatsoever. I'm not entirely surprised. Very pragmatic. An ornamental burial receptacle for the honored dead. All right, we can have a reunion. All right, well, I think... Well, we don't even have... I was building a manse, but perhaps we should instead set up assign a role. Rizel? Let's have a look. Assign role. We need an altar, ideogram, or ritual spot. I guess for now it's going to have to be quick because the altar is going to take us way too long to set up. So a ritual spot in here we'll have to do. We are going to begin the change role. Role changer. No, we want Rizel shall be our oath druid. It is time. 100% chance. Outcomes. Chance at 100% quality. At 100% quality. Success 100%. The required number of spectators. It is time. Let us begin. We need an oath druid. It's going to lift everyone's spirits. And then we're going to have a beautiful reunion to follow. I mean, yeah, it's not actually going to be beautiful. It's in there, but... it is what it is. Come on then, Rizel. Let's have a watch of what's saying. Rizel talked about her weaknesses and how to overcome it. Well done. Being self-aware of one's weaknesses is important. Rizel discussed life's purpose. Ilsar Vaniel Oswin flanking. Where's Periapsis? There we are. Rizel spoke about the responsibility of her new role. Indeed, indeed. Periapsis? Ah, cleaning the room. That's right. It wouldn't be right for this to be a dusty room. Rizel explained the future of the colony. A grand future, hopefully, as the Mechs buzz past. Rizel described improving the colony as Plumbersmack cleans the room. Well done, Plumbersmack. Periapsis looks on proudly, I'm sure. Rizel described the future of the colony once again, building on from the previous discussion. Then Rizel talked about how she will use her crafting skills to overcome obstacles by ensuring that the mechs are properly maintained and indeed have all of the components necessary for Periapsis to repair them should the need arise. Rizel then described improving the colony even further with more mechs. Rizel then talked about her weaknesses and how to overcome them once again. Maybe a different weakness this time. Rizel described her desire to serve the community and has now taken on the role of Oath Druid. Successful role change. That is going to be a huge buff for the colony. Everyone is going to be happier that we now have an Oath Druid. That is a -5 taken away from everyone. Well, okay, Vanya doesn't care, but everyone else. Want Oath Druid apparel? Well, we can work on that now that we actually have that. Let me go ahead and set up a cape order. If indeed I can make capes. Let's hope we can make capes, please. There we go. We now have a bill for making a cape for a colonist who is a moral guide of the Triarch Covenant. There we are. That will do the job very, very nicely. Once again, level 5 in skills. Hopefully we can get that for you quite quickly. But now that that's done, I'm going to allow the everyone here to have a moment's rest before we set up the reunion. How are we doing for temperature? The temperature's fine, so I mean, who knows? Maybe the reunion isn't going to be the end of your story there, Regery. We will see, but it is going to take some time to get it all set up. We have brought in all the Muffalo now, though, which is quite a nice one. Whether we're going to bring in all of the carcasses from down there, I don't know. It is becoming very clear to me, however, that we're going to need to expand this zone. Quite a lot, actually. We're going to need a lot of these corpses brought in. So, to that end, sure, insects and all animal corpses. I'm going to allow this to be an important one, whereas this should be set probably to low, if I'm perfectly honest. So that those corpses can be brought inside and kept from decomposing in the summer heat. Not that the summer here is very hot, ever. It's like 14 degrees. My kind of summer, frankly. Okay, the Mechs have just finished cleaning up the room back here. We wanted to get the meat at least off the floor. The kibble's going to have to stay on the floor. That's just the way it's going to be. But I think in the morning we're going to have the reunion. Now, it's not a very good room for it, and perhaps there is something to be said about making a better room for it first. Yeah, that might actually not be a bad idea. We could dig into the walls somewhere, perhaps around here, make a proper little gravesite, and then run some cabling down here to have it properly chilled for the whole experience. But it does postpone poor Regery's reunion. No, I don't think we can. I think it's better to properly send them off and have the colonists have an opportunity to grieve, as is the Triarch way. As soon as Rizal has woken up, we don't want our Oath Druid to be tired. There we are. Dewdrop grieving a little bit right now. Perhaps you... I don't believe Dewdrop and Regery were the best of friends, but they died protecting the colony from the evils of the insects. That's what the story will be. Right, Rizal, you're trying to convert little eclipse? No. Actually, first, we're going to have a reunion. 83% expected quality is actually very, very high. Okay, so the moral guide is present. Low expectations, not a huge amount of participants, sadly, but let us begin. It's at a good slate sarcophagus, though, so, you know, there is that. Very well, let's see how Rizal does within their role. Are the rest of the colonists coming together for this? Yes, it looks like they are. Fantastic, okay. Rizal discusses life and joy. Hopefully something that Little Eclipse is going to be able to contribute to once they convert again. Rizal spoke about the beginnings and of endings. Regeries, in particular. Rizal described life and joy once again, you know, coming back around full circle to the topics, and then spoke about death. You know, taking away the ambiguity. The ending was death. Regery died, defending the colony from the insects. Rizal then explained about absent friends and how Regery, maybe not a friend to everyone in the colony, is definitely absent from everyone in the colony at the very least. Some of them might have been their friend. Rizal then talked about the concept of a good life and how Regery, in dying in service to the colony, protecting us from insects, died in a good way. And they may not have had the best life. Look, they ate a lot, and it's only so much you can say about someone who decided to wander into the caves because they were hungry and then got eaten. It's kind of ironic, really, when you think about it. Anyway, Rizal went off on a digression, came back on topic, and explained death and family, and how we are all a family in service to the three tribes of spirits. Tribes is just another word for a family. It's just a bigger word for family, ultimately. Well done, Rizal. That was we actually got quite a few development points for that. My goodness. It was a heartwarming reunion, despite the digression. The reunion was heartwarming, the speech was captivating and heartfelt, and everyone came away focused on good memories. Everyone participating will have +8 mood for 6 days. That could not have come at a better time, thank you. The reunion quality was 83, in fact. Due to the quality of the reunion, your development points have increased by 2, from 6 to 8. That is huge. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, well done. In death, you served the colony one last time. How faithful of you, Regery. Truly, we didn't deserve you. Now, I noticed that we have actually managed to get a fair bit of the way through here, so we can finally dig that out and get back to gathering steel over there. Oh, Rizal, it was an amazing reunion, truly. I think at this point we might even want to look at getting Periapsis properly named. Relations with Mopu have changed to -94. We extracted hemogen from a member. Well, I mean, look, okay. Well, they brought this on themselves. You attacked us. If you don't want to have your blood taken, then don't become our prisoner. Wait. Don't do bad things to become our prisoner. That is absolutely the moral that we need to lead with, I think. Finally, solar panels have been researched at long last. It's taken us a fair bit of time to get back on top of things, but we're getting there. Next up, I think, is going to be plate armor leading into flak armor. Now, that being said, our energy needs aren't actually in a bad way right now, so perhaps we are going to be able to hold off on building a lot of these, but I do definitely want at least one. I'm going to place it there, and then we're going to have a hidden conduit connecting that up, just so that we've got a little bit of extra energy production for the colony. Quest available, Dahl's Problem. 3-year-old child named Dahl is calling from nearby. He's begging to join you at Marble Hut. We just had a death. We do not want to take... but a 3-year-old. There's some kind of threat following Dahl, but he's unwilling to say what it... We can't take... for an unknown threat? What if it's Mechanoids? Did you go into a mech hive and decide to poison the mech hive, and now you're covered in mech hive pheromones? No, I'm sorry, doll. But pragmatism has to win the day on that one. Not for an unknown threat. Definitely not. We are currently working through a bunch of blue fur parkas. All of the muffler wool definitely helped out. A transport pod crash. Did you lead with telling me that they were a pyromaniac? A pyromaniac named Whitney is crashing in a transport pod nearby. If she survives the impact, she will be badly wounded. Not affiliated with any faction and will not become affiliated with mine. I've learned my lesson. We don't rescue people we aren't prepared to accept into the colony. You've got a double passion for shooting, but no, you're a pyromaniac. That's an automatic no. However, you got a backpack. Once again, pragmatism has to win this one. Go ahead and strip Whitney. However, you can then... I could possibly treat you out in the field. Maybe I will. In exchange for all of your gear. We'll see how that goes. We are slowly bringing the weapons up there, but my god, we've got a lot of weapons on the ground. I'm thinking that the armory is going to have to be a lot bigger than I initially thought. Right, could we at least treat their wounds, though? It's going to feel horrible if I don't. With medicine, even. There you go, Whitney. Hopefully you survive. I would like that hauled. In fact, I'd like... that was going to be destroyed, but all of these can be hauled. Alright, there we go. Thank you very much, Periapsis. Can you haul this? Yes. There you go, Whitney. Job's a good one. We're not going to rescue you, though. We frankly don't want you in this colony. That would be a bad move. At the moment, our work is being split between these jobs. And I really need these ones done as a higher priority. So instead, I'm going to cancel the accessible dig orders over here. Want Dewdrop to focus on expanding this room because right now it's a mess. A real dire mess as it happens. And we badly need everything to be moved around. Okay. I think for a moment, the colony has a second to breathe a sigh of relief. How rare. Honestly, at this point, I'm not sure that T is ever going to get recruited. On the plus side, they're proving to be a very good source of medical experience for our doctors. I do wish you would stop doing this, Teat, but yeah, here we are, I suppose. But now Little Eclipse needs a bit of healing as well. My goodness. Alright, where's Periapsis? Periapsis is snoozing. Once you get up, please take Teat to bed. My lord. Alright, we are, however, finally getting the storage room sorted out. Took us a while, but we're getting there. And the manse is on its way as well. Hopefully we can get that finished off before too long. Thank you very much, Periapsis. Again, though, this is good medical training. If we have a look at their medical, they're up to 7. They're not even good at learning medical, which is actually a little bit of a concern. Do I have anyone who's good at medical? Who's actually got a passion? No one's got a passion for it. Alright, well, I mean, having a doctor do something is better than nothing, I suppose. Conversion! Rizel has managed to convert Little Eclipse to her own ideology. Little Eclipse was convinced and changed their ideology. Well done, Rizel. Little Eclipse, you may be returned to the colony sooner than I expected. Rizel is doing very, very well with the conversions, I must confess. Alright, we're immediately going to start recruiting you. And since you haven't been bad, we're not going to be taking your blood. Only Teat needs to have their blood removed. Please stop being so bad, Teat. Genuinely. This is going to go so much worse for you if you can't keep your temper under control. And look at this. Little Eclipse out here enjoying a little bit of horseshoe pins. Well, now he's actually being recruited by Rizel, but still, it's very nice to see the prisoners out there enjoying them. So this is what it could be like for you, Teat, if only you would learn to control that bloody temper of yours. We are further expanding out the storage area, though this room is going to be a little bit different than this one, which is covered obviously in shelving. This one is specifically going to be for furniture items, which don't fit on shelves generally. So I'm going to, well, I don't want rotten things in here. Furniture can never be rotten. We want to find, it's actually under buildings. There we go. We want buildings to be stored in here. They will take up a single tile each, which is why this room needs to be pretty large to accommodate so many individual items, unfortunately. Right, let's place down a little threshold there as well, getting some light in this room as well. And the manse is beginning to be constructed. Need many more bricks for that one though, and that's going to take me a little bit of time. We had a meteor drop that I have already mined. It was a steel meteor, so very happy to take all of that off people's hands. But otherwise things have been almost too quiet. Right now I'm busying ourselves by removing the bricks over here so that we can bring all of those gubbins down into the base itself. But we definitely need some more marble to be mined. So I'm thinking time for us to set up a couple new mining jobs around here. Just digging in to this wall a little bit more wherever we can. Unfortunately, we're not going to really be able to make use of the insects anymore because we have to exterminate the hive, and that is filled me with sadness. But hopefully, through clever use of waste packs, we will be able to encourage more insect friends to join us in the near future, maybe. How are we doing with things over here? We're currently working on a bearskin backpack. Wow, if that doesn't say swanky, I don't know what does. But that is apparently what we're working on at present. Also working on some EMP grenades, but it looks like that has actually been forestalled. Okay, well in that case, let's get those materials back then. But I have also built a smithy. Now I can make a ballistic shield, I can make blunderbuss items. We're not obviously going to be doing that. I can, of course, make we can make crossbows. Wow. Okay, and there's a Manhunter pack. Okay, well, we're going to have to deal with that in a moment. All sorts of different flaming arrows. But I would actually like everyone to have a backup weapon. And I'm thinking I would like that backup weapon to be something small, something easy to wield that isn't going to take a lot of room. I think we're going to go for a knife here. I want something simple here, so I'm going to come in here, grab this. If they're a colonist, then that is what I would like to do. So copy that to keyboard. Sorry, it's a clipboard. We're going to want 1 per person plus 1. Bring that down to 1 there, and then I will simply import. Actually, I suppose we don't want to make them for lodges or slaves. Oh, you know what? That's fine then. That works for us. I wouldn't really want to make it out of plasteel, if I'm honest. Just steel should be good enough. Once again, I'm going to want this to be up at 65 and normal to legendary. Only, well, you know what? I'm okay with any other ingredients. That's actually all right. But this should be good enough for now. Once more, we'll pop that one up at 5 and pull it down to the usual 30 for ingredients. There we go. Not too bad. Slowly, things are coming together for the colony, and I'm so very happy about that. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the Manhunters. We will be getting to those in just a moment. But I'm going to set this room up to be smoothed. I want to get that one nice and tidy like in there, and eventually we'll you know what, as much as it doesn't look as nice as smooth stone, I actually like the idea of the warehouse having a concrete floor. Right, so let's find the Manhunt pack. Pack of man-hunting Arctic wolves have entered the area, driven mad by the disease known as scaria. Okay, there's quite a few of them there. Encrypt, you need to get down here right now, Mulatto. And we need dewdrop over here. Yeah, buckshot will be the right thing there. Vanya? No. Rizal? No. Eelstar? Maybe. Are we using hollow point? I think we are, in fact, using hollow point. Yes. Yep. Okay, that's good. Obviously, wolves are unarmored, so hollow point would be the right one to go for. Encrypt, can you get down here in time, mate? Might not be able to. Periapsis, let's get you down there. But I'm only going to bring the Militors this time. So, Periapsis, make your way over, please. Rizal. Rysel has been doing a lot of good. We've actually started producing regular food that we're feeding mostly to the colonists presently, but it is hopefully going to help out in a big way. Okay, encrypt. Yeah, this is going to go awfully for you because they are much faster than you are. Unless you can get through that door soon. Dewdrop, can you take it out? Take it, take the shot. Okay, we can't allow encrypt in. Encrypt is downed. Encrypt is going to be messed up here, unfortunately. There is very little I can do. All right, Militors, you are drafted. Move into position here. Buckshot shot. Militor drafted into position there. Encrypt will fight, but we'll keep getting knocked down. In fact, you move up there. Take them on as they're approaching this doorway. Encrypt is a beautiful distraction right now and is keeping... What? Encrypt is already woken up. Encrypt is like, oh, okay, I'm good. I'm taking the carcasses in. There's a couple of them that'll be useful for us, at the very least. All right, well, all of these can now be hunted, and we may as well hunt you as well whilst we're available for it. That went about as well as it could, frankly. No longer drafted, and I want you to go back to recharge mode. Okay, well, thank you very much. That was... Oh, sorry, I drafted you rather than undrafting. There we go. And job's a good one. Hopefully our hunters will come out here and finish off the work. That was not bad at all. I really, really want to get the mans finished though, but looking at the time, I don't think we're going to have that done this episode. But you know what? It gives us something good to look forward to in the next one. But I do want this mess cleaned up before we go anywhere else. So I think we got one actual wolf out of that. One wolf that we can eat. One that wasn't sick. And this is the problem. Oh, well, I say problem. I actually think it's a good thing personally. But on the easier difficulties, Scaria has a better chance of giving you a usable corpse. So in many ways, Manhunter packs are actually just food delivering itself to you. But in the losing is hard preset, there is a much, much smaller chance that you're going to get any usable meat out of these animals. So that, in my opinion, is actually a good difficulty improvement there. Managing to get the warehouse for the clothing the items all set up. That's brilliant. The buildings, that is. And we're already getting a little bit more butchering done. Got plenty of items for use at the tailor, plenty of materials for making plenty of knives as well. So on this point, one of the last things that we're going to do in this episode is we are going to go ahead and I'm going to have everyone carry one knife with them. I want everyone to have a backup melee weapon at all times. Knives are super easy to carry. More or less anyone should be able to do it. So I'm not too concerned about that one. There we go. All right. I think that's where we're going to be wrapping this episode up, though. Being a bit of an action-packed one, all things considered, I must say. Oh, what's wrong with Encrypt? Is Encrypt gone down for some reason? Oh, Encrypt needed a recharge. Okay, well, hopefully someone can come along and pick Encrypt up and take them. Oh, I see. Plumbersmack and Bubbles are both taking up the recharging spots. Maybe I need to add more now that I've got so many small bots out and around. That probably isn't a bad idea. Maybe setting one up back here would be good. We can have a look at that in the next episode, though. So, the things to do for the next episode. Definitely want to get the man set up so that we can then actually start holding proper rituals. And at that point, I think we're going to codify Periapsis as the colony's leader. And we will also look to set up a proper tomb. I very much want to get to Dark Study. It's taken us a long while, though, but we are mere like hours away from having plate armor unlocked, and at that point we can start getting some real heavier armor, though ultimately what I really want to do is get to flak armor so that we can get some more modern high-grade materials and armors for our colonists. But that is going to have to be it for me for now. Oh, another dead fad. What a horrible place to wrap up on. But we do have one natural hive still alive, and we have to be thankful for that. But we've lost a shocking amount of the insects off this map, which does sadden me a little bit, but we can always use the toxic waste packs to try and encourage more of them to move in, and that's the way we're gonna have to go with that. So in terms of things that we managed to get done this episode, actually did manage to tick off a couple of things off our list. One, we managed to gestate the Militaurs. 2, we managed to recruit and make Hawk into our Oath Druid. Rizal is already doing an amazing job in that position. We have expanded storage, so we've got dedicated weapons and ammo storage now, also outside material storage, and also furniture storage. And we have managed to bring Teat back into the fold of the Triarch Covenant, but you know, it's taking a little bit longer to get them to actually join the colony. Little Clips has been converted though, and that was not on my list of things to do. Sadly, we did also lose Reedry, but we have managed to get them buried, which, you know, is a small mercy, and hopefully we'll be able to pop them into a proper tomb in a little while. And of course, we have expanded out the prison. And with that, I think that's it for today's episode. I really do hope you have enjoyed, though. It has been a huge amount of fun. I am so pleased, thrilled, in fact, with how well we dealt with the first mech attack that we had on the colony. I'm really happy with how well we managed to keep things from getting out of hand with that. No losses to that. Ultimately, of course, we did lose Reedry to the insect, so that's a bit of a sad one. But at this point, the time lapse is actually starting to get quite an interesting thing to watch at the end of these episodes. I always look forward to setting it up and seeing how things have expanded, though that being said, we didn't really add too much in terms of structure to the time lapse this time, and hopefully we will be able to correct that in the next episode. But that is going to be it from me, and of course from Marble Hearth and from the Triarch Covenant for today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you next time, but until then, do take care, everyone.